So you're being recorded live. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Get High and Preach. If you are doing drugs, please stop using drugs. I'm talking particularly heroin, meth, cocaine, anything like that. Marijuana is not for everyone. I do not advocate the use of marijuana for anyone other than whom it is prescribed to, and quite frankly, the only reason I'm being a little selfish when I want them to make marijuana recreational, I'm not really thinking about the consequences to our society. I'm thinking about myself. I'm thinking about the fact that the marijuana prices are going to drop, hopefully, and that I'll be able to get my medical marijuana cheaply. I still don't have an answer for those who ask me. I can tell you this. No, I'm not addicted to marijuana. I don't believe marijuana is I know it's not physically addictive. It may be psychologically addictive, but it's not physically addictive. I'm on several other medications that could possibly be addictive, but it's not. Not for me, but for other people, absolutely. You cannot. If you have addictive personality, they call it, then don't smoke marijuana. Okay? I don't believe in the gateway drug crap. I think that tobacco is the gateway drug. Alcohol is the gateway drug. Marijuana is not the gateway drug. Marijuana makes it easy. It says, you can start to listen to the things that go through all of our minds, usually. You could get high or whatever. But it's not the solution for you, then don't use it. Anywho, this morning I'd really like to talk about Donald Trump, our president, and this guy right there. Okay, his books include The Illuminati Secret Laws of Money, The Illuminati Handbook, 50 Laws of Power of the Illuminati, 100 Secrets and Habits of the Illuminati for Life Success. Our president just made him Colorado Springs author of Illuminati Board. Hold on. Trump picks Colorado Springs author of Illuminati books for Education Board. And there we have it. Plain and simple. Have you been asking yourselves anything like what I've been asking myself here is not how, but why? Why is this man running our country? Because we didn't vote. I can't vote. They won't let me vote. In fact, I'm pretty sure that if I tried to vote, I'm going to jail, as that lady did. They put her in prison for voting. So, what more, how much evidence, pardon me, do we need? I'm not talking about Donald Trump being an Antichrist, but you are the president of the United States. You know that you're pointing this guy because you have aides. Your aides they know how many books he wrote. They know what. Are you serious? You saw Obama kick his pastor to the curb because of things that his pastor was saying and doing. Are you serious? You're going to tell me that this man wasn't appointed with Donald Trump full and well knowing who he is?
just appointed to a federal education board. Yes, he is the author of The Big One, right? Success, Magic, the Prosperity Secret to Win with Magical Spiritual Power, How to Grow Rich, Influence People, Protect Your Mindset, and Love Yourself Like a Warrior Using Timeless Abundance.
Anyway, this guy,
But he is...
basically you send him money and he'll send you a certificate saying whatever you want it to say. You are a certified psychologist of the human mind, or, basically that's it. That's all you have to do. Trying to find out his address because I want one that says that I am a PhD in biblical science politics major. Anyhow, getting ready to go on today. Don't want to now, actually. Feeling I would like to just curl up and go to sleep. Personally, I would just like to not wake up. You folks, I hear people say, and look, this is me. You don't have to live your life. Please don't imitate me. Please don't look at me as an example, because I'm not. Okay? The only thing that I have going in my life for me is Christ. Everything else is gone. My family's gone. 0 friends, obviously. I got some brothers, though. I do have some brothers in church. I know that. And kudos to you guys for putting up with my crap, because it is crap. But they are absolutely motivation for me to become a better person. The people that are involved in my life, I'm not going to say names. Most of your names I don't even remember, and that's my fault. But you are absolutely the motivation for me to become a better person, and you guys should know that. So, with that said, this guy is running our education board. So, what is the most damaging position that you could put an Illuminati major? Where's the most damaging? Well, as head of our education board, we've all known, if you are a believer or not, that there are some things that they're teaching your children that you don't want them to. But do you have a choice or a say in the matter? Do they share their curriculum with you? Do they tell you that the man that's going to come read stories to your kindergarten class today will be dressed as a woman? Do they say that to you? No. But that's what has happened. That's what has happened to someone who I know personally. I personally know this person. And their son was entertained by a man wearing women's clothing in class. You're not surprised. Knock it off. Anyway, you have people that do research. You absolutely positively know who you're appointing. You're president. You wouldn't appoint me to scrub your toilets because you know my background. You know my history. This guy right here is a serpent in the grass waiting to bite you. And now he is our education board secretary. Anyway, back to my drug thing. You don't have to use drugs if you don't have something wrong with you. If you're using drugs just to, do something else, then don't. You're using heroin, stuff like that. Look, the first time you use is your last, because 2 things are going to happen. You're going to die or you're going to be hooked, and then you're going to die. So, that's just a warning. absolutely positively do not advocate drug use of any form, shape. I just have to make sure that you know that. I'm not telling you to use medical marijuana. Get High and Preach is a name that I use because it's catchy, number one. You're not likely to forget it. And I get quite a few giggles. I like giggles. Chuckles. So, the preaching part. These are the people that are running our country, okay? The wall that they're building, that's not to keep people out, it's to keep us in. Don't be fooled, man. But I believe there's a biblical reason why we can't build a wall to the north. They have electronic walls, but eventually, with enough people crossing, it's not going to matter. But the Elohim Tizvot is not foolish that he would leave us with no way out. All right, I have to believe that his word is sovereign. His word is our guarantee, our promise, our contract. And you're okay if you don't believe that. I'm okay with that. I cannot make you do anything. I'm not trying to make you do anything. But if I don't tell you the truth, guess who's held accountable for that? Me. And I don't want to be accountable to... Let me tell you what the word says, and just put that to rest. It is a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living God. It is a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Now, I do constantly try to imagine what God is not the guy with the beard and the white guy and the long hair, and I mean it's possible that he could appear as such, but more likely because it says in the word that he's flame, he's fire, he's a consuming fire, he's light, he's purity, he's all those things that we're describing are impure. The beard is dead cells. That's not possible for God. Anything dead. So whatever it is, it's a different kind of life. It's a different kind. There's no death there. So if he has a beard, it's a living beard. If he has hair, it's hair that's living. I know he has feathers and wings according to the scriptures. You don't like it, tough. Look up Psalms 91, I believe. Okay, and for some way, shape, or form, he can have a shadow. I don't understand that either, but it's in there. And this guy right here is not going to pretend that it doesn't exist because I don't even understand it, because I can't explain it to you. I'm not going to ignore it. Eventually, we will find exactly what it means. When Jesus said to eat my flesh and drink my blood, what was he talking about? Was he telling us to become vampires as we understand them? Of course not. But personally, I believe that it will be a future event, because that's the only explanation that I have for it. We couldn't have drank his flesh and blood, right? He's gone. His body died. The new body that he was in was taken up to heaven. It was unrecognizable until he opened the eyes of the people. That's important. Not going to go through it right now. But until you have your eyes opened to the living Jesus, to the one that came back from the grave, then you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay stuck in the Vaseline. So, there's that. But it wasn't until after the resurrection that Thomas said, "My Lord and my God," fell down and worshipped at his feet, and Jesus accepted that and did not, don't do that like the angels did when they were attempted to worship. But there was a worship in Joshua of the Prince. And I looked up the word, and it is identified with the word that is Yusar Shalom, the Prince of Peace, with Christ. So Joshua worshipped one of the, I don't want to say, one of the physical forms of Jesus. When he fell down, he wasn't rebuked. So, anyhow, I'm going to let you go. Have a good day.